Guyanese in the United Kingdom are citizens or residents of the United Kingdom whose origins lie in Guyana. Demographics. Population at the time of the 2001 UK census, there were 20,872 Guyanese-born people in the UK. In 2001, Guyana was the sixth most common birthplace within the Americas for people in the UK and on a global scale ranked as the 51st most common birthplace of people resident in the UK. Estimates published by the Office for National Statistics suggest that the Guyanese-born population of the UK was 24,000 in 2009. Culture and community. Literature. Guyanese immigrants have had an influence on recent literature in the UK, and significant numbers of writers and poets have made the footprint on current British culture and have become everyday household names. It is, however, claimed that this trend of success in the field has not continued through to the second and third generation Guyanese Britons. The late Beryl Gilroy was a significant figure within the Afro-Caribbean diaspora in the UK. This highly respected Guyanese-born novelist became the first black head teacher of any school in the country. Another important literary figure of the Guyanese British community in the UK as a whole is John Agard, who is probably the most famous black British poet and has been recognised with many awards. Pauline Melville's output of work has led to such awards as Guardian Fiction Prize, the Macmillan Silver Pen Award and the Commonwealth Writers' Prize for Best First Book. Wilson Harris, who received the first ever Guyana Prize for Literature, has, like many other Guyanese writers in the UK, has been heavily influenced and inspired by the culture and history of his homeland. Indo-Guyanese writer David Dabydeen, a UK resident, has interests that encompass the slave trading history of Guyana as well as contemporary Caribbean culture in the UK. Other writers, including Roy Heath and Michael Ebensitz, have helped create a greater knowledge of Guyanese culture in the UK, and they are among the most successful literary diaspora communities as a whole in recent British history. Other UK-based writers of Guyanese origin include Fred Daguerre, Mike Phillips, and Jan Scheinborn. The pioneering black publishing company Bogle Le Ouverture was founded in London in the late 1960s by Jessica and Eric Huntley from Guyana, the first publication being Walter Rodney's The Groundings with My Brothers. Music. The music of Guyana is a mix of Indian, African, European and native elements. It is similar to the music of various other Caribbean nations, where reggae, soca and calypso prove the most popular. These forms of music have worked their way into British life by the Guyanese community of the UK and even by several famous Guyanese musicians who have migrated to the UK. The influence of Caribbean music in the United Kingdom is evident in many walks of life. The work of many contemporary artists is based in the reggae and calypso styles. Eddie Grant, a Guyanese-born immigrant to the UK, helped popularize such genres as reggae through his global hits such as Electric Avenue and I Don't Wanna Dance. Reggae has proven the most successful subcategory of Guyanese music in the UK, and Grant himself is noted as saying, "In my heart, I know that soca and ring bang have the same potential as reggae to achieve great popularity, but there has never been any proper commitment to marketing these artists and the music. We are not Sony, and the artists on board realize it will take time. It is an upliftment process." Despite this, as the Guyanese community in the UK has advanced into its second and third generations, evidence of traditional Guyanese elements in the music has begun to decrease. British-born individuals of Guyanese origin have in particular become more mainstream and modernized. The most recent success story of a British singer of Guyanese origin is Leona Lewis, the Londoner whose music is largely pop and R&B. Won Series 3 of the talent contest The X Factor. She has attained 3 #1 hits in the UK and is the only solo British female in over 2 decades to have reached the top spot on the Billboard Hot 100. Another example of a successful British Guyanese artist is Wretch32, a rapper from Tottenham, London who has led on to release 4 UK top 10 singles, a #1 single and an album which topped the UK R&B chart, selling nearly 25,000 copies in its first week. Pairing traditional Guyanese acts and British acts influenced by such genres as reggae, soca and calypso can be found in festivals across the country, the most famous being the Notting Hill Carnival. Notable individuals